Poland's housing crisis is escalating at a record pace. Over the past 3 years, the number of people who spend more than half of their salary on housing has nearly doubled, and more are spending over 60% of their earnings on housing. What should be a basic need is increasingly becoming either an unfulfilled dream or a lifelong financial burden. Record housing costs and a dramatic shortage of housing. This is the situation in Poland today. According to a report by the Habitat for Humanity Poland Foundation, the country's housing supply is short by approximately 2 million homes to meet the needs of the citizens. This housing shortage is caused, in part, by lobbying from real estate developers, who are not interested in alleviating this shortage as that would reduce their profits. The role of the government and local authorities is to fill this gap. For now, the government is turning a blind eye, and real estate developers are rubbing their hands with glee. Young people are losing out the most, and homeownership remains a pipe dream for much of the younger generation.
Niemożliwe w tym wieku mieć mieszkanie, chyba że się je odziedziczy.
Ceny są bardzo wysokie, więc pewnie jest to możliwe, ale musimy się mocno postarać, także łatwo nie jest.
Today, owning an apartment is a downright luxury. The premium version even features a kitchen and a separate toilet.
Gro ludzi dorosłych mieszka z rodzicami. I to jest w ogóle, nie wiem, czy to jest po prostu efekt taki, że ludzi nie stać na te mieszkania, bo cena mieszkania w Warszawie przynajmniej i w wielkich miastach to jest dla mnie nierealna.
Young Poles are ambitious and are waiting for concrete action from the government. Meanwhile, the statistics are relentless. In 3 years, the percentage of young people living on their own has fallen from 65 to 60%. The previous government certainly did something very useful, namely relieving young people of taxes, thanks to which young people can often save considerable sums of money. Currently, many Poles are faced with a difficult choice: take out a loan or rent an apartment. The situation is so serious that, in 3 years, the percentage of people who spend more than 60% of their salary on housing has increased from 2 to 5%. What's more than half of those surveyed spend between 30 and 50% of their income on housing. You can see how much we spend on loan repayments. This is a huge burden for Polish households. A huge problem for Poles is the so-called rent gap. This is a situation where a citizen earns too much to receive support from the state, but too little to buy or rent an apartment on the private market. As a result, they have nowhere to live. This gap affects almost 30% of the population. The rent gap is particularly discouraging when it comes to starting a family, which in turn translates into a demographic crisis. So we have a self-perpetuating downward spiral. Every market seeks an equilibrium. If Poland's demographic crisis deepens, there may simply be no buyers left in the housing market. This would certainly be a grim resolution to the market's current tension.